On this edition of the Table of Content, we have Chris Paluzzi joining us for the episode. We'll talk with him about some of his contributions to We Are One Body Audio Theater and what's coming up down the road. Stay tuned. That's all coming up next. Hello, thanks for joining us here on the Table of Content. My name is Albert Sines, and joining us today is Chris Paluzzi. Chris, thanks so much for joining us.
And no problem at all. I'm glad to be here.
So, Chris, as I like to do with everyone who comes on the show, in case anyone does not know who you are, or if the bio on the webpage is not quite complete enough, can you give the listeners a bit of your background and how you came to audio theater?
Well, I've done most of my entertainment experience comes from school plays, like in like high school and college. I've done some outside of school as well, but at my local college at St. Vincent's, there was an ad for actors wanted for a company called We Are One Body, and it was and I saw one of my friends, one of my theater friends, was participating in it, and I thought this would be a good opportunity to get as many reps as I can as a voice actor, because what I've really wanted to do is to get into animation, just anything just involving animation, whether it be voice acting, storyboard design, or just character animation. I wanted to I just wanted to take this opportunity to just really just expand on my abilities.
I see. So I'm interested a little bit. I want to dig a little bit at you here. You said that you're really interested in animation. Can you expand upon that? Where exactly does that interest come from? Because that's a little bit different from, audio theater. So where does the animation desire come from?
Well, basically, it stems from the same seed of wanting to just to bring a story to life. And all my life, I've always loved to draw. And as I've grown older, I've come to appreciate animators like Don Bluth and Hayao Miyazaki, and how creatively how they were able to bring their characters to life in their own unique language. I wanted to grow up to find my own approach to it.
Do you have some sense of what your approach is to animation?
Most of it is exaggerated. I wanted to capture facial expressions that you wouldn't exactly see in simpler animation. But though my designs are more simplistic and cartoonish than say something like a Disney movie, I want to try and capture unique uncertain expressions that you see on everyday faces.
Now, the expression, you said trying to capture expressions in maybe sort of a larger, exaggerated way. It makes me think a little bit about sort of what you see in a lot of typical sort of anime or manga. Is that kind of what you're referring to, or something a little different?
Anime does play a major part in my inspiration, but I still want to make it my own thing.
Well, I think that's great. I've always enjoyed animation myself. I had a run in my life where I was sort of consuming mass amounts of anime series and anime movies. I've moved on since then, getting now into my 40s. Not that I couldn't still enjoy it, but I do remember enjoying the detail and sort of the uniqueness of anime compared to sort of your standard, we'll say, American cartoon. And I appreciated you said Don Bluth as well, because he also had a very unique style of animation. Let's see if I can pick one out of my brain here. What was it? The Secret of Nim.
Yes, that is one of my favorite movies.
Super movie, super duper. I love just the sort of it's not lifelike, but there's some sort of attention to detail that's different from sort of other animation movies, even compared to sort of Disney movies, that I really like about that style. But yes, a very, very good movie and a very good animation. So nice to know that he is on your like list. So let's go into audio theater. So you participate in audio theater. You were part of A Christmas Carol, and that was a four-parter for you, right?
Yes, sir.
And who did you play in the Christmas Carol?
I played the Ghost of Christmas Past, and that was a super fun voice to do, because past like theater productions that I've been in, like I've always done like loud, exaggerated accents, like New York accents or like French accents or stuff like that. Like this was a good opportunity for me to prove my range, that I could do like soft, mysterious voices, despite what people may think when they see what I look like.
You look at someone like Mel Blanc, right, who gave voice to like hundreds of Looney Tunes characters, and you look at the man and you're thinking, how did that voice or voices come out of that person?
Exactly. Like I want to like astound people that way, like people who might not like truly get the concept of voice acting.
Sure, sure. And I'm so thankful, Chris, that you said that you want to astound people, because that takes some confidence there and some will to say that's what you want to do. You want to go out there and you want to astound people. And I think that's a great motivator and a great sort of inspiring sort of detail in what you want to accomplish. So thanks for being confident to say that you want to go out there and that you want to astound people.
Really, what I really want to do is like I want to make someone's like busy day worth it. Like the same way so many artists have done for me.
You know, that's it. It would be easy in the entertainment industry to be selfish. It'd be very easy to be selfish, especially if you sort of make it big. But here you are, you're telling me what you want to do is you want to help really make someone's day better. And what a great sort of servant mentality. It's not just for you and your own personal desires, but you want to use your talents and you want to give back in a way that benefits people in a positive fashion. So that's great. Absolutely great.
Thank you.
Chris, now tell me about some of the virtual productions that you were taking part in. Give me some of those details.
The first like virtual production I was in was The Mystery of the Blue Cross, where I played Detective Valentin, which was a bit of a challenge for me. Like I'm like used to doing accents, but normally not from people who are like quick-witted and like good with words, because that's the exact opposite of what I am in real life.
So how did you overcome that for that character?
It's kind of hard to explain. Like I just try to imagine like some of the character actors who have inspired me like over the years, like actors who could do like strange accents and stuff like that, and try to match it with how I would think they deliver it. Like not just reading the script with an accent, like really pinpointing like what words they would exaggerate, or even in my character's case, like who has a really thick accent, like how he would inflict words like differently from our American accents.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I really like instead of like just thinking of getting behind the mic and performing for someone, like it was like a puzzle in my mind.
That's an interesting way of putting it, that it was a puzzle in your mind that you had to figure out how to put the pieces together versus just sort of, well, I've just got to go and use this voice or this accent. So it sounds like it was you made it into a challenge.
Yes, and I think that's a good like that would motivate like most people to overcome an obstacle, like to make it a challenge that they would want to overcome.
Well, you certainly did, I would say. And you've also, let's kind of keep on going to the list before we run out of time. You've also taken part in which other production?
In The Light Princess, I was I voiced Prince Toby, which actually out of all of them, like that was the biggest challenge for me, because I hardly ever play like the romantic man.
Okay, so was that its own challenge?
Yeah. Or really part of the challenge was making myself sound younger, but not exactly like myself at say 15 or 16, but more like a catchy, just like teenage sounding voice. Like have you ever seen shows like Danny Phantom?
No, I can't say that I have.
Okay. Well, most of the characters on that show are like teenagers, like 14 and 15, but in reality they're voiced by men and women in their 30s and 40s.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's crazy to think of. And again, going back to like astounding people with what you could do with your voice, like like not only can you convince people that you are a younger character, but have like a recognizable, identifiable voice. Like if someone around my age were to listen to a clip of David Kaufman voicing Danny Phantom, like they would recognize like that's Danny Phantom, like not just a generic teenage voice.
Right, right. So in this instance, people would be listening and say, that's not Chris Paluzzi, is it Prince Toby?
Toby.
Well, you know, I'm listening to your voice, and I've actually not talked to you before prior to this conversation. And, you obviously don't sound like a begrudged old man in his 60s. So obviously to me, you sound young. And then you're telling me that, you needed to sort of create a younger ish teenage type of voice. And, again, in my head, I can see where the challenge would be because your voice is young, as it were, per your age, but then to sort of find that magic mix or that puzzle, as you said earlier, to find the piece to make it the right kind of young voice. So, again, good acceptance of the challenge and overcoming that particular obstacle.
Yeah, that's the reason I auditioned for it. I wanted to take that challenge.
It's nice to get to actually get to know a little bit more about you. I see a lot of the actors on the web page or on the YouTube page that they participated in these roles, but I've never gotten a chance to meet them, and especially now because of the COVID stuff that's been going on for the last 5 months. It definitely makes it hard not to sort of meet people in person, but it's nice to put a voice to the face that or the picture in your bio, and also get to know more about the man who accepts the challenge, can figure out the puzzle. So thanks a lot for taking some time out to talk with me today.
No problem at all.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to hear some of the productions that Chris has partaken in, you can check our website at waobaudiotheater.org, or for some of those virtual productions that Chris has partaken in, you can visit our YouTube page or our Facebook page. Chris, thanks again for being with us. And ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for tuning in to this episode of The Table of Content. I hope that you will tune in again for our next episode. Until then, take care, stay safe, peace.